What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Easy Mode Check channel. Today's gonna be a fun day. Super excited. Got my hands on one of these Nintendo Switch OLEDs. We're gonna do a little bit of unboxing ASMR, so let's jump into it. Apologies, my office is quite messy, guys, so it's a little embarrassing if I'm honest. Working on kind of cleaning it up, but that doesn't matter when you get to open a new game or a new console. I just wanna preserve the box. I don't want to do anything to kind of... Oh, we can... Okay, awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say, I could have sworn it flipped open this way, so... Let's open this bad boy up. That looks nice. Let me get you guys up here so you can see the whole thing. That looks awesome. At first I didn't know that this was the actual screen. I thought that was the docking station, and I was like, guys, what the heck, isn't it supposed to be white? Which I think it is, but we'll see. So let's take this out. Be super gentle with it. So we got two parts. This, I'm assuming, here is just we got screen, controllers, docking station, a bunch of cables and stuff. Ooh, I kind of want to save this part for the last part of the video because I feel like this is gonna be the most fun. And then let's do this part first. So let's do the boring stuff, I guess, just the cables. So we got, looks like our basic HDMI cable here. It's super nice because you don't have to buy a new one. I already have a bunch of these guys hanging around, so it wasn't a big deal for me, so whatever. But that's always nice. Here's our power source, looks like it. Awesome to have as well. Let me scooch you guys back just a bit there. And oh, I didn't know it came with one of these, but let's see. It's clean. It's another one of these little controllers. These are nice. I have a Pro controller that I use normally when I'm playing and stuff like that and recording videos, but these are super nice to have if you're just kind of on the road and you don't want to bring your nicer controllers. I'm glad it comes with this because I didn't know that, so that's nice. Alright, and then I'm also gonna say, so I own the regular Nintendo Switch, and we'll get into that whole thing and why I got this one later, but I want to do, after I kind of finish opening this, I'm going to do a comparison of them next to each other so you guys can see, because sometimes, I mean, you can go to Best Buy and Target and I think Walmart and see both models, but I think it's nice to kind of have hands-on compare the both of them as well. So let's see what else we got. Something else right here. Looks like, oh, these are for the little Joy-Cons. They're those little like slide things, and it has a little kind of wristbands. You don't lose it. I don't know if anybody remembers, maybe if you're as old as I am, when the Wii first came out, the Wii did not have these little like wristband things, so people would be holding the Wii remote and like chuck it to the TV and hit the TV. So I remember when you would play the Wii, there's always a warning sign that said something. I'll try to find it and put it on the screen, but there's a warning sign that would be like, careful to like not throw it and watch where you're going. So it's kind of nice to have these little kind of wristbands here on the little Joy-Cons, the sides. Let's get to the big money, big boy. Here it is, the docking station. So let me get the box out of the way and we'll open this up. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to keep the boxes and stuff. Like, for example, my husband still has their original box for his Wii. It's like one of, I'll show you guys after this. It's like one of the original like Mario Kart Wiis, the black one, so it's pretty sick. And he has it all. Open it upside down, but I always like opening stuff like this. Ooh, that is so clean. I don't know if you can see as much on the camera. I don't know if it, shows it as well, but it's like a really, try to get it close up, really pretty matte white. I like that a ton. And then here's the other side. This is kind of nice too. I'll compare the other docking station as well. This looks like it's a little bit of an easier compartment to open this back part. Yeah, that is a million times easier. Wow, okay. I'm gonna do a comparison after I finish opening everything of the biggest differences between the two. But that is a million times easier than opening the back to the original Switch's docking station. And obviously, like, if you're like me and you're gonna play and record videos, you need to plug it into your PC and stuff like that in order I can't talk. You need to plug it into your PC in order to record. you're going to be taking this guy off a lot. And if you play on the TV with friends and stuff like that, which I feel like most people do, you're definitely going to want to be able to open this up and access this back part pretty easily. So that's so nice that was like a seamless opening. So whew, this is pretty. I like this. That's so nice. I think it comes in white and black. I liked this one better. I thought it looked a little more clean. Plus I wanted a contrast between this, the OLED, and the regular Switch that I own. So that's awesome. And then now, guys, we're gonna get into, I'll leave this right here for you guys to look at as well. So here she is. Oh, that looks nice. Let me get a little bit of close up on that. Oh, that's cool. That's nice. Okay, should I open the Joy-Cons first? I kind of want to do that. Let's see what the best way is to open this. Let me see. Okay, looks like we got a little compartment here and something there. I think you can just take this part out. So we're gonna do that really quick. Just kind of set that over here. We'll open that and look at it. And then this, I'm assuming, yeah, it goes something like this. Nice. We got all the handbook instructions and everything like that. I don't read these. I mean, that's super bad of me. I usually just put this back into the box, and then if you guys want to read it, you know, go ahead. But that's probably not something that I'm gonna do. Okay, now again, I like to keep these in the nicest condition that I can when I open it. But so I'm trying to figure out the best way to open the Joy-Cons. I guess, you know, maybe you don't want to open that, and you can just take it out like this. Maybe that is the best way. You don't have to kind of unwrap that, unfold that. I don't think anything else is in this, so I'm gonna get this out of the way, and we'll open up these bad boys, attach them to the Switch, and take a look at her. Ooh, nice. The biggest issue I have with my current Switch, and I think this is something that a lot of Switch users have as well, is the freaking drift in the Joy-Cons. Oh my gosh, it is the worst, to the point where I can't play with the normal Joy-Cons because it messes me up when I'm playing games. It's so frustrating. Look at that. It's beautiful. I love the matte white color. I think it's super nice. All right, here we go. We're gonna open this as well now. I should have, I don't know. Tell me in the comments below. Do any of you have a screen protector for these? We don't on the other Switch, but I'm wondering, like, I don't want to get fingerprints all over this. That's my biggest thing. Oh my Lanta. Oh my gosh, I got a big fat fingerprint on it. Flip. Okay. My goodness. I don't know if you guys can see, but that screen is absolutely beautiful. Wow. That looks nice. Let's get her. I'm assuming and hoping there's a little bit of charge, but I'm not sure. So let's get these Joy-Cons in. There we go. One. Ooh. Guys, I don't know if you can see this wall. The camera shows it. It's really pretty kind of gloss on this edge part. It just looks so pristine. My goodness. Wow. I actually like this a lot more than I thought I was gonna. So get that second one locked in there, and then it definitely feels bigger. I know it is a little bit bigger. I don't know if there's any charge. I'm assuming there's not, just because I'm kind of hitting the buttons and stuff. But let's take a look really quick at the back side as well, guys. So biggest differences I see so far is, so this, I'm like, I should have got a screen protector. This is such a beautiful screen. I don't want to mess it up or anything, ruin it. So we're gonna be super careful. But like I was saying, the biggest difference is this little, I can't think of what this would be called, but this little stand, so you can make it just like kind of stand up on your desk or something if you wanted to play just like this, you know, you're at a table, whatever, or if you wanted to play, you know, with your controls attached. That is clean and super nice. So the current Switch, I'll show it as well. Sorry guys, I didn't realize it was the other on it. The little kickstand, that's what it's called. The kickstand that it has sucks. And this is actually kind of, this is metallic. The other Switch, it feels pretty plasticky. This feels a lot more clean. A lot nicer. I like this a ton. So let me get it all plugged in and see if I can turn it on, charge it a bit, and then we'll do the comparison between the two. All right, everybody, I got it powered up. We're getting her going. This is the first time opening screen. Jump her in, set her up. English. I am located in North America, so we're gonna do that. Accept the license and get through all this boring stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Get my internet set up, and then we'll jump in and compare First of all, I don't think you can see this. My camera does not capture how incredibly immaculate the screen is. Oh my goodness, I think it's beautiful. I'll do this side by side, you know, later. I keep saying that. I will. I'm going to in this video do a side by side with the original Switch. It's a big difference, guys. So let me get this all logged in, and then we'll do the biggest comparison of the two products. All right, we got her all set up. Obviously, there's no games on here. I don't have any games, you know, in game cards in the slot or anything like that. This is what it looks like. It is beautiful. I'm so excited to get playing and start recording, you know, any games I can on this this new Switch. So said I was going to do it. Let's jump in and do the comparison between the two. First, I'm going to start with the docking station, then we'll get into the Joy-Cons and the actual console itself. So let's get to it. All right, first we're starting off with the comparison of the two docking stations. So over here, obviously, we got the OLED model. This is the original Switch. You can see I put them right next to each other. You can tell pretty comparable in size. I mean, this is maybe a smidge bigger, but not... if the camera focuses, not too much. Like, they look quite similar in terms of size and stuff. Obviously, like, this, I think this one looks a little bit fancier. Like, the aesthetic is a little bit nicer. Like, you know, the corners are curved. It's matte. It feels a little bit more, like, metal. This is, like, you know, feels really plasticky. I don't know. I feel like this feels a little bit nicer. And then, of course, this has the big Switch. That has the little Switch model. Second biggest difference is that the old Switch has these little feet on the bottom of the docking station. So that's kind of nice. So you don't scratch this, and then you don't scratch any furniture or anything where you decide to put your Switch. So that's obviously pretty nice. The bottom of this guy, like I said, doesn't have any little feet, just a kind of normal bottom. Second biggest difference, and I mentioned this before, is this little compartment where you can access the HDMI cable, the adapter where you plug it in. This is a pain in the butt to open. I'm going to show you guys in a sec like opening it, but this design I think is just so much better. So let me show you guys. Move this one out of the way. So here's this. I just feel like it was, you know, clunky, not as easy, and like if it was plugged in a wall or something or behind, you'd go, I don't know, this is maybe just me being lazy. You'd kind of go like this, and because this was so small, it wasn't always the easiest with your cables in here to open it. So like, let me plug in an HDMI cable to it and show you like what it would be like. Awesome. So here we go. Got it in there. So once this is in here, I just feel, especially also when you have the adapter, imagine two cables right here. You're trying to fit your finger in here to open it. I mean, you can go up here as well to do it, but most of the time it's like if you were me and it was plugged into your TV, you're kind of just reaching right here. It's not as easy accessible on the back to open it. So I just felt like this was not the greatest design right here of being kind of small like that. Second difference is this does not detach, so once this is open, it's just kind of stuck there. You can't get rid of that bad boy, so it's just like that. Now, close this one. This guy, the newer model, super easy. I feel like there's a lot more room. You can also go up here as well. Just get this open. Bam, comes off completely. Just kidding. Put it over there, and then here we go. You got this. So biggest difference in this one is you do have a, whoopsies. You do have a, I don't know if you can see. Let me get close to the camera. Get that focus in there. You have the option to plug it into your internet source. So if you're playing online, it's going to be a lot faster. But I just feel like this is a little bit more sleek. And then over here is the USB option. Now, like I said, if you have a Pro controller that's not wireless, you know, this is kind of nice because I have one that's wireless. Or excuse me, I have a wired controller. And so it's a pain in the butt. Like I said, imagine, let me put this here. Imagine having this. There are 3 cables right here. That is a pain in the butt if you need to open this, put the cable there, have it all plugged in. It's just, I feel like so crowded in there. It was so frustrating for me, like in terms of user experience, dealing with that. So I'm going to be a lot happier with this guy when I need to plug in. Just got these 2 ports here on the side. That's so much easier. And then if you want to keep this off, like if you're docking this, you know, permanently on your TV and you just want to have this off for easy access, that is so nice. I think that's so convenient. And then let me get an HDMI plugged into this one and then I'll show you what it looks like. Got that HDMI plugged in. Another difference I literally just thought of, guys, 2 seconds ago is look where the HDMI is located on the old Switch model. Why is it the bottom one? Like, I feel like you're most frequently, before a USB, are going to be using an HDMI cable. most people. So it's annoying that it was at the bottom because it was a pain in the butt, you know, to get it in at that angle, plug it in. So it's nice that here it's centered, it's right in the middle, easy access. Put it there, your cable's there. If you want to put the back right on, look at that band. Like I said, if you got your cables right here, if you need to get this off, put your finger right here. Look at that, easy removal, not a big deal. There's not all this clunky cords taking up space. That's super nice. I think for me, this is probably going to be in the gaming room, my office here, so that we're probably going to just keep this on for most of the time. We probably won't remove it too much. So that's super nice. I like that. I just think the white is a clean design. It looks nice, and it doesn't, like, this one just feels a little bit more plasticky, and it also just feels a little bit, it feels clunkier too. So let's get into the models themselves and compare those guys. All right, here we go. This is the original Switch model. Apologies. This bad boy's gone through a lot of things. It's been loved deeply. But as you can see, it feels pretty, you know, plasticky. It's nice, but biggest difference is it just has this small kickstand. So if you want to kind of stand it up, oh, oopsies. If you want to stand it up, it's just kind of got on there. So it's not super stable. It's not the best. And I've heard of a lot of people this just kind of breaking off because it's super flimsy, and I don't know. It just, to me, seems like such a big hazard. Second thing is, like, this part of the controller, I don't know if you guys can kind of see, this actually wears quite a lot. So when you're holding it, you know, you usually have, you know, your hands right here as well, and maybe, you know, over if you're holding it with your entire hands. This is kind of worn a little bit, and it doesn't look the greatest. I don't think the camera's showing it too well, but it just doesn't look the greatest, and I don't know. I just don't think it looks as nice, but I've never liked that. That was super annoying, but that's that difference there. So let's take a look at the newer model, and we'll look at, you know, I think I showed you guys the kickstand of the OLED. So much cleaner. I think this is like metal, so it just looks so much nicer. Look at the comparison in those two. Let's see, let me get it right here. I mean, you can just tell this looks a little bit cleaner, and then, you know, the kickstand is so much better. First of all, it's a little bit heavier, it's a little bit thicker, so it's not as easy as a pull-up. On this one, it's just like, you pull it out and you gotta be careful because it just zips out there quickly. So this one, you can have it a lot different angles. This one's pretty much like, it's gonna be all the way out, it's gonna be out, but this one, you can kind of change the angle that it's at, and depending on how you want to play, that's kind of nice to be able to have that flexibility as well. Personally, I don't use the kickstand a lot, but if that's something that you're looking for in this product and something that you're really wanting to use a lot, that's super nice. Second, look at the speaker design. Let's take a look at the new model. Here's where the speakers are. They're kind of nice, a little bit hidden, looks super sleek. I like that. I think it looks clean as well. The older model, we just got the speakers here on the back. Doesn't look awful, but it does give the opportunity for like junk and dust, debris, and stuff to get in that pretty easily. Same as this one, but it doesn't have those larger holes. Let me put it close to the camera. I don't think you can see, but the holes are a lot smaller. And then, of course, they're both USB-C charging cables, so that's super nice. And then I don't know if you can see this too. Let's put them next to each other. So the OLED is, guys, I'm actually not sure. I'll have to check the specs after this to compare myself, but I think they're the same height. I think the biggest difference, of course, is, you know, we'll put it far away like this, the screen size. Now, this guy, I think, is a little bit bigger, and then, of course, if I just turn it on real quick, has a lot more, you know, real estate there in the screen department. Look at how big the gaps are on the right-hand side on this compared to this one. It's got a lot more real estate here on the screen. I think the Joy-Cons, though, are pretty similar. I mean, these feel so soft, though. Like, oh, so clean. These are feel super plasticky, like I said, and I think they're more prone to kind of wear and tear. Like, I think if you can kind of look and see around here, you can see where it's worn a little bit from being used. This is love. This Switch is used a ton, and, you know, we heavily enjoy it and stuff. And now, I didn't mention this too, but that's a pretty good comparison in terms of the difference in the speaker right here. But in terms of size, as you can see, the OLED is a tad bit longer, guys. Just a little bit. But the screen real estate is a lot different. It's a lot bigger. And then you can see that they kind of changed a little bit of the design of the power button, the volume buttons as well. But the Joy-Cons look pretty similar. I think maybe the Joy-Con on the OLED model is a little bit thinner. Like you can see the trigger right here. If the L trigger is a little bit thinner. I don't know if you guys can see that. Looks like the game card slot is a little bit more accessible on the original Switch model. It does have this tiny tab right here. You can just easily go put your thumb in there, get that open. This one is, you know, let me move this. You can open it as well, but it doesn't have any kind of, you know, tab, but it's still easily openable, easily able to open. But I love the brushed, let me get it up here, the brushed metal look. It looks really awesome. It's super, super nice. And then of course, the screen is just absolutely beautiful on this thing. Like, you know, I don't have any games on here, but we'll have to get some on here. But I mean, you can just tell, look at how much brighter and prettier that is. This needs to be updated. But I think that, I'm trying to think if there's any more differences. I mean, buttons are the same location. Besides that, I think that's it. We'll have to see, you know, how fast this guy is if we plug it in using the Ethernet cable. I don't know if I will. If you guys game online on the Switch, let me know. I don't know a ton of people that do, so I'm not sure how beneficial that is. Now, here comes the $1 million question. Should you buy this if you already own the Nintendo Switch? You guys are obviously going to say, well, yeah, you bought it, so of course you're going to say yes. And yes, I am going to say yes. But my reason is because, first of all, I actually love the handheld mode. Now, when I record videos, I do play on my computer. I do plug it in there using a capture card in order to record. But I love being on the go with the Switch and playing on my couch, so the screen size to me is super important. And I love that aspect of having a little bit more real estate to play. And I love the quality of the screen. The OLED is just beautiful, and I really think it changes up your game. It's going to change up my game style. I mean, I'll have to give a review after I get in here and play a game as well. But I just feel like the definition of screen is just going to boost games, especially like I'm pumped to be able to jump in and I'm going to play the new Lego Star Wars game. Absolutely love the Lego series games. So I'm excited to be able to jump in and play that, and I think it's going to look absolutely phenomenal on this guy. So I'm super excited. So that's my review, guys. I think, like I said, if you're looking to upgrade your Switch, I say go for it. I mean, these guys look like a lot more, I'd say, in terms of production quality, this thing is just a lot more sturdier. It just looks nicer, and it doesn't feel as cheap and plasticky. So that's what I'm feeling, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. Let me know what you think. Have you bought the OLED model? Are you planning? And we'll see you in the next one, guys.